My political scandal would definitely be to have an affair with the top Russian female spy, but I wouldn't tell her anything, honest.
Well, if Parliament came out of London, where would I want to be? I would want to be in Manchester Town Hall because I'm a northerner.
If I took Parliament out of London, I'd probably put it in Manchester to give more power to the north.
I would say Manchester, because I'm a bit biased because I like Manchester.
I think I'd like to base it in Carlisle, primarily to wind up Nicola Sturgeon, but more realistically, I think it'd be fantastic in York.
If I was Prime Minister for the day, I would make it compulsory for everybody to at least once in their life work in hospitality, because I think it teaches you humility, it teaches you to respect others, and it gives you a lot of patience. So I would definitely make it compulsory for everybody. It's like a national service to work in hospitality at least once in their careers.
If I was Prime Minister for the day, I'd get up very early and I'd go to the offices of ITV in London and then the BBC, and I would have an interview with Piers Morgan, and I would be ready for him, and I would speak straight to him, and I wouldn't let him speak over me, and I would make sure that I got my point across and put him in his place.
If I were the PM for the day, I would arrange to go and have tea with the Queen.
If I was Prime Minister for today, I'd read all the classified documents because I love watching Ancient Aliens on history channels.
I would stop jumping about. I would make a decision and I would stick to it. I would not be so willing to listen to all the experts because they are often wrong. Common sense, and I would stick with the decision.
If I could have anyone in the cabinet who wasn't a politician, he's actually died, but it would be Les Dawson, because I think he was witty, funny, but also was sharp. He had a good head on him.
If I could have anyone in my cabinet that wasn't a politician, I'd probably choose Jeremy Clarkson because he's quite funny and has good views.
Which politician, dead or alive, would I invite to a dinner party? For me, there can only be one option. That would most definitely be Winston Churchill. He's an incredible orator, a charming man, well-travelled, an inspirational leader, and a drunken scoundrel. Therefore, the ideal dinner party guest.
It's got to be Winston Churchill.
Dennis Skinner. He was still an MP at the age of 90 years old, and I loved him.
Probably Benjamin Disraeli. He was a very cool guy. He worked for a very strong female monarch, and he was revolutionary for his time.
Well, I would have Andrew Neil.
It's got to be Margaret Thatcher. And the reason I say that again is because I'd like to personally thank her for what she did for my father, who was a coal miner. He lived in what then was a coal-board-owned house, and I know that he longed to have his own house, and it was almost an impossibility until Margaret Thatcher came along.